Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. So the BookTube-A-Thon is going to be taking place from July 18th to July 24th, and I've decided this year that I'm going to try my best to participate. Usually I don't participate in these because I'm too busy and I don't really have time, and for this BookTube-A-Thon, it's kind of the same situation. I have family coming in at the end of the month and I'm trying to get things ready for that, but I really want to participate. I like the concept of readathons and I really want to be a part of it this year, so I'm going to try my best to read as much as I can. And there are 7 challenges for this readathon, so let's just dive into what those challenges are and what I'm going to be reading for those. So the first challenge is to read a book with yellow on the cover. So I picked up Tilt by Ellen Hopkins, and I don't really know what this book is about. I know that it's in verse. So it should be a little bit easier for me to read this one fairly quickly. I really like Ellen Hopkins and I saw this at my library and it's one of her books that I haven't read, and it's just a plus that it has yellow on the cover, so I just decided to pick this one for this challenge. Challenge number 2 is to read a book only after sunset. So most of you guys know I live in North Dakota and the sun doesn't set until after 10 o'clock. So usually by that point I'm trying to get to sleep to go to work the next morning. So reading a book after sunset is not something that I typically do. So I decided to go with a graphic novel for this one, and that is Rat Queens Volume 1, Sass and Sorcery. I've heard a lot of great things about this graphic novel series and I'm very excited to dive into it. The next challenge is to read a book that you discovered through BookTube. There have been numerous books that I've discovered through BookTube, but because of the amount of books that I'm going to be reading during this challenge, I decided to go with a smaller book, and it is one that I recently purchased, and it is Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley. I found this book through Gina's channel over at Bookish Gina. I will link her channel down below. Definitely go check her out. She is an amazing booktuber. And this book is about a boy who has agoraphobia, and books like this really interest me, so I thought this would be perfect for the BookTube-A-Thon, and it is very short like I said, so it shouldn't take much effort to get through this one. Challenge number 4 is to read a book by one of your favorite authors. I bought this book a while ago and I haven't read it yet, and I'm actually kind of ashamed of myself because I haven't read it yet, and that is Far From True by Linwood Barclay. This is the second book in the Promise Falls trilogy, and I know that the third one is going to be coming out later this year, so I'm really excited to read this one. This book is actually kind of big, but I really want to try to read it if I can. I love Linwood Barclay so much. Aside from Stephen King, he is one of my all-time favorite authors, and I just cannot wait to read this. So challenge 5 is to read a book that is older than you. For that, I chose a classic, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work out for me, but I chose Dracula by Bram Stoker. I've never read this. I've never seen any film adaptations of this, and I'm very interested in reading it. I don't really know how far I'll get through this. This one is quite the chunker as well, and the fact that it's a classic kind of intimidates me, but I'm gonna try my best to read this one, but I can guarantee you it's probably gonna be one of the last books that I go for. Next challenge is to read and watch a book to movie adaptation. So I don't really have any books that have movie adaptations. I recently watched The Duff, but I haven't read the book and I really don't feel like reading that book, so I decided that I'm gonna just use Dracula for this challenge and watch one of the movie adaptations of the novel and see how I like that. Since I haven't seen any of them, I might actually watch the original Dracula, but we will have to see if I even get through this one in order to complete that challenge. And the last challenge is to read 7 books. So right now I'm currently reading Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I'm about 100 pages into it and I'm really enjoying it so far. So I guess this book technically wouldn't qualify because I'm reading it before the BookTube-A-Thon starts, but if I finish it I will probably go straight into Cress, and I know that Cress is kind of a bigger book as well, so I may end up changing it, but at the moment that is what I am planning on doing but like I said, it might change just because the book is so large. So that was book 6. So for book 7, I wanted to pick something that was a little lighthearted and fun. So I chose Yes Please by Amy Poehler. I've had this book for a while and never felt the need to read it or pick it up. And when it came out, I was like really excited for it. So I don't know why it's taken me this long to read it, but I think that this book will make for a very fast-paced, lighthearted read, and it might be something that I could read in between other books to try to break it up a little bit. So I'm definitely looking forward to reading this one. So these are all of the books that I hope to read for the BookTube-A-Thon. I doubt that I will finish all of them, to be quite honest with you. But like I said, I'm going to do the best that I can. So for you guys that aren't that familiar with the BookTube-A-Thon, I'm going to link the YouTube channel down below and also the Twitter, because they do reading sprints and giveaways and things like that. I think they also have an Instagram, and if so, I will link that down below as well. So let me know in the comments if any of you guys are planning on participating and what you plan to read for some of these challenges. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I look forward to discussing things with you in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.